I don't even want like a girl like that knows none of these. I want like an escape ass girl. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jay-Z put it the best. He said in Girls Part 2, a girl that like to party but like to go home early.
yeah, exactly.
So like we can go have our fun, but we not staying here till 4 in the
whole
morning.
time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? By 12, 1, we on the way back to the
I
crib.
don't even want to be. I'm that don't even go to the function.
Yeah, don't even have an aspiration to go to the shit. Yeah.
Because I don't even be.
Yeah, I don't want to go. So
no
like,
more,
you gonna
right?
drag me out there, and that's just gonna cause problems, bro. But that's why you feel me. It gotta just be like a mutual feeling. That's part about growing up. But we can segue that shit right into the pod. You feel me? Caught your nigga. Goddamn.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, he said, "You're surprised. You're a camera, motherfucker." Oh, I think I'm sitting in my car seat. Cart keys, key cars, yeah, whatever the fuck. I used to say that shit when I was a kid. Key car, some stupid shit. Goddamn.
I'd be switching the beginning, so it would be like instead of like Zach Kyle, it'd be like Cagzile and shit. Like,
Cagzile.
I used to do that shit like at camp and shit.
That'd be a tough spam name, Cagzile.
Hey,
it's like my cat. Yeah, don't count. But in unrelated terms, welcome to Talking Dreams episode, whatever the fuck. With my dog Zach Kyle in the spot.
So 10 milli, you heard?
Yeah, feel me.
Episode 10 milli.
Exactly. Goddamn, 10 million is a lot.
10 milli, you feel me? I need my contract to be 10 milli, you heard?
You heard him.
Not 10 milli. All right.
Yeah, feel me. You see, we in a different load today. We is in the wonderful home of Zach Kyle. And
the lovely abode.
Yeah, not for sure. Abode is an interesting term. I haven't used that word.
I think it's like some French shit.
French origin?
I don't think so. I don't know where the fuck that shit is from.
Nah, that's so good. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We live out the city this time. We're not in New York City for once. We in the burbs with it.
Chilling in the burbs.
You feel me?
We here. All right, I gotta actually chill out.
Nah, you feel me? That's what we all about, bro. It's energy and personality. It's it's like a saying. It's a thing of threes. You feel me? Threes. Yeah. Rule of thirds. I got the rule of thirds on my camera going right now for symmetry. But
triangle. Illuminati confirmed.
Dun, 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 dun,
Illuminati.
Speak.
Yo, I'm letting everybody know. Me and Alex are the Illuminati. It starts today. This is what we actually coming here to do the sacrifice tonight. That's what we get.
All right, my fault. My fault. I gotta chill out, bro. I'm saying too much. Bro.
No, nah, I'm not at the Illuminati. But speaking of the Illuminati, the suburbs.
Wow.
Nah, I'm playing. I don't know if there's any Illuminati affiliation in the
suburbs.
There's
no Illuminati, bro. We not jacking that over
But
here.
Just how was growing up in the burbs in this area? Feel me, your family life, all of that for Zach Kyle.
Bro, it was cool, bro. It was being black in the suburbs. Actually, is really cool, just because where I'm from, there aren't a lot of people of color.
Yeah.
So it was really cool coming and like having a different perspective than a lot of these kids, like, you know, and in that, like, it kind of made me realize like just be who I already am. Like,
yeah.
You know? So like when I was making music when I was like in middle school. I started when I was like 12.
Yeah.
And like it kind of made me realize like I might as well just jump all in.
Of course.
Because they gonna look at me like with their head turned sideways anyway.
Yeah.
Because like everybody else is like white and like Korean and like Jewish and shit. And like I was like one of the only black kids. So like it kind of made me like get used to like people like having whatever they have to say and like however they feel and like whatever they want to think, and like at the end of the day just knowing who I am.
Not for sure.
It was cool. And also like the quiet, like, you know, the peace of mind, and like but still being close to the city, so I'm like still tapped in the culture and
exactly. Yeah, 'cause you're not far at all, because I was only like 30 out, and I'm on the complete opposite side of the city from like Manhattan and shit. So like, yeah, you're not far at all. Mm-hmm. What does the word family mean to you? Like, what's the importance of like family, and like, because saying like you was one of few like black kids living out in the suburbs, does that have any significance to you?
Yeah, of course, bro. I think, bro, like being first off, family for me, it's crazy because like as a mixed person, like I think it's really a crazy rare perspective.
Yeah.
Where it's like it puts a lot of things into like just perspective, not to say perspective again, but like it's interesting because there are people who I'm related to that are like mad like liberal white people, liberal black people, conservative white people, conservative black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all types of different views, life views, walks of life, really.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting just to, like, be a family member to all these people, and like so I get to like come in and speak to them and just kind of know where their head's at, like why they view things the way they do, like, you know.
And at the same time, you the same.
Exactly.
Y'all still share the same DNA.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's interesting.
It kind of like puts it all like into perspective, because we were talking about like before we were talking about classism and stuff, and I feel like that's kind of debunks that whole like method of thinking for me, where it's like I don't really view like race or view like how much money a person has, because like growing up I've had like people like all over the leaderboard of different like income, you know, and life experiences, and it kind of just forced me to believe, I'm sure you feel the same way just being in the city too, like I'm sure you've had the same like or similar experiences, and I feel like those types of things, those types of life perspectives like make almost better people, because you're not viewing off of like those types of statistics. It's just more like people's personality, you know.
100,000%. And that's real interesting. You spoke a little about it before, but when you started music at 12 years old. What was the early recording process for you like? And like, first off, was it, you showed me your basement with your studio recording equipment there. Did it start there?
So it started, the first song I ever made, it was like this song, I like sampled Britney Spears' Toxic, and like, so all the white girls loved it at my school, which means everybody loved it.
Yeah.
And it was cool. I was like performing it at like all the parties and stuff, but like I made that off of like Apple headphones.
Okay, word.
With like the mic.
Yeah.
On GarageBand. When I was like 12 on this computer that I dropped. So half the screen was fucked up.
Oh my god! On a bleeding screen, on GarageBand, on AirPods. That's a legendary beginning setup.
So now I have all the stuff that I have now, but it was kind of like a
come up.
Yeah, like a
transformation,
a gradual thing, you know.
Yeah, of course, for sure.
Evolution of the studio.
Yeah, not for sure. Do you still find it a positive to having your own recording space in the crib, where like, you feel me, you can kind of just tune into just yourself and what you're looking for?
Of course, yeah. And throughout my whole life, I always had like that place to fall back to, like the basement. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of other artists that have like their personal spaces that they dedicate to their art, and so like when I was younger in high school and like just growing up, I had like a curfew, so I had to be home at 10:30. So like while all my other friends were going to different parties or you know, whatever activities they're getting into on the weekend or after school, I was just at home, just like locking in, like, you know, just teaching myself like the language of music, like how to engineer, how to produce, how does sampling work, like, you know. And thankfully, like, I had like the sort of background, because my dad used to be a DJ, but you know, it's DJing, which is a whole different art form under the umbrella of music. So it was like he was able to kind of push me in the direction with like sound and like what music I was listening to, but like in terms of production and like writing and all that other stuff, I had to teach myself, you know. So it's cool to have that separate space.
Yeah, for sure. And where do you kind of see yourself now, as far as like with your music, as far as like how far you've come with your songwriting and your ability to like choose beats and like produce for yourself and all that? Like, how would you describe the evolution for yourself?
I think it's crazy because it used to just start with like YouTube, like YouTube to MP3. Like, you know, that was really
word.
Cool.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
YT
to MP3,
yep. So yeah, YT MP3, yeah. So all that same stuff. So I was just like pirating these beats, like ripping them off YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like, but by the way, also like I forgot to mention, I played guitar since I was 5.
Okay, word.
But like, you know, I wasn't really taking it serious. It was like naturally I had the ability to play. So it was like I had like an instructor that would come and he'd like teach me or whatever, and I would play, and then it was just like whatever until the next time he came, and then I'd be able to play perfectly, and then like whatever he'd leave, and then I'd see him the next Monday and then play like perfectly, but I was never practicing or taking it serious. So like as I got older, I realized like it's actually kind of cool that like I was able to rap, which is like something that like I just needed the computer to do. And over time, I figured out how to incorporate the instruments to it, like, you know? So, like, just trying to, like, really expand to, like, past, like, into, like, real, like, musicianship versus, like, I feel like rapping is more like an author, like, like writing thing, like, you know? And I feel like production is kind of a technical computer thing nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like being able to, like, play the instruments, too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a dope, like, having all the aspects.
All tools to work with.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that, yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I will not have no beats out no time soon. Because I'm at the very, very, very beginning of like aspiring to be a producer. But like, yeah, not worry, yeah, I just downloaded FL during the Black Friday too. But like,
perfect time.
yeah, hell yeah, not exactly. Especially now that I'm done with school, so I'm taking the time to kind of like really take this passion little thing, like see where it goes. But but I feel like that all the time. I feel like the comparison between like the technical aspect of like the how we can work with a DAW versus the analog shit or like real instruments. I want to be able to like really fuck with the analog and instrument shit, just because like I feel like it brings a whole different like different element to it, and like I really want to be able to appreciate that and like kind of just like, you feel me, just go crazy with that shit while also being able to fuck with the shit you could do exclusively on like computers. I feel like just having all those tools available to us in this current day with music and technology, I feel like the shit is so dope.
Yeah, the plugins don't match it also, is the other thing. Like, you can get, like, a plugin of, like, a compressor or something, like LA2A or something, let's say.
Yeah.
And, and you can use it, but when you have the real, like, you're saying, like, the analog, like, just, like, the experience
is different.
Like not even, like, because first off, the sound,
it's physical.
Sound is different, obviously.
Yeah.
It's clearer because we mixed #swag all on analog outboard gear. So it was
okay, word.
And I didn't really even know like at the time what that like really like the level of importance that held.
Yeah.
When we did it, I kind of was just a rapper, so I was just like whatever. Ray and the other engineer Evan, that was our friend at the time, he like whatever, like they gonna take this and make it sound really cool. But like now I'm getting into that realm of engineering, and like I've realized like exactly what you're saying, like that analog, like hands-on, like, you know,
should
like
be
real
different,
human hands is like
exactly
so much better.
And like I feel like it's just interesting to see as like beginners, like, you feel me, with this shit, because like I've only been engineering somewhat for like a year or about to be 2 years, and then like, you feel me, you saying you have early experience with them too now, so it's like being able to just see it from like fresh eyes. I feel like there's probably gonna be like people that are really experts on this shit, and they might find it interesting. They might either shit on it, which I'd find crazy because it's like we're beginning, but like just find interest in the fact that like how new perspectives look at this shit. Like, wow, like this shit, it's a whole new world, and it's like
I feel like also sorry. Tim.
No, you good. Continue.
I feel like also like people that are experts like need to stop doing that. Like I feel, and actually the people that aren't experts are even more critical usually than the experts, because I think like when you're an expert you understand like there's different levels to it.
Exactly.
So like you know, but I feel like outside voices, like when you see somebody like trying to get better at something, why would you ever try and drag that person down? Like I feel like that only makes them worse. Like, you know.
100%. I feel like honestly that's one of the first big things I've seen within the industry, as like I've been blessed to like see bigger levels of this shit. Like I realized, first person I really seen it with was Julie. You had Julie for V5.
Oh yeah.
You had the second class with her, but like the first class, like when I had class with her, she was like one of the first people I really seen that like kept that like passionate mentality of like patience, as far as like she's up here, but she'll still listen and respect to the people down here.
She's the owner of V-Files.
Yeah, no cap.
Julie
Me,
McQuay.
Hell yeah, shout out Julie.
She definitely gave like the guidance to like push me in the right direction.
Hell
also.
Yeah.
And she actually used to speak very high in our class. She spoke very highly of you too. And
Oh, that's tough. See, I did. That's crazy.
That was actually what made me, because I knew you already, because like we went to the same school, so like we were like in the dorms and shit. We were on the same floor.
Yeah.
So like I used to like kick it in your dorm already, and like I knew you were cool. But like I didn't really know about Limitless Dreams until she started talking about it. Real
She
talk.
did?
Yeah, and she was like putting the whole class on, like talking about like this kid Alex, he like had this like vision of like an artist platform like for the school, and he used the resources that he already had to like use. Like she was literally putting you on, bro, in the class. So like she's
That's fucking crazy, yo.
very high of you,
It's
bro.
crazy, bro. When I went to your the performance thing I did in LLC, bro, like the culmination project, you like we know the real about that shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was crazy. But like, bro, when she seen me, I was kind of worried she didn't remember me.
Oh, she remembered you, bro.
And like, feel me, but it was very quick, casual conversation, so I ain't know like.
You couldn't like read it, bro.
Yeah, hell no, I couldn't read her, bro. So it was like I kept it very short. But I would have never, that
really was.
I love you, bro.
That was really what I like made me like him.
Yeah, thank you for that, Julie. I ain't gonna. I don't know if she'll ever see that shit, but like,
she-
if she does, that would be golden too, though. But like,
Nah,
yeah,
she was really the GOAT. Also, Julie, I still have her number, bro. We were working
Same.
on that whole project, yeah.
word.
Yeah, we did that whole like concert or whatever we were supposed to do, and we were kind of like the only people that actually were organizing it. But yeah, her she put me on to you. She introduced me to Love Kelly also, and Kelly's another person that like kind of made me like realize, because you gotta remember like I was DJing at the time, fresh from the burbs and shit. So it's like just coming into the city and seeing people like actually, and Dre also was another person. You three were the first people that like I saw, and it was like really like not only tapped into like the culture, but tapped in on like how to like move with it. Like
100%.
So
Yeah,
it was really dope. I shout out V Files, shout out Julianne Quay,
nah, for sure.
shout out all the other people that I just mentioned. They're all legends. In their
All
own
family,
right.
all family. But yeah, I just think like bro, the people that are real successful within this field, bro, like you could tell off their security within themselves. They don't go around shitting the people coming off the shit. They respect you more than anything. Like they'll listen, and like you feel me. Even like I've heard from stories of like within other big people, like you feel me. They the open minded folks, like you feel me. And that's what I aspire to be like, as far as like you feel me, like lead with open mindedness and you feel me. Take the people that are just coming up seriously, and don't just sleep on them because they're trying shit, you feel me, and trying something new at that. Like I feel like that shit is all vital. And like the biggest way to really read if someone really wants it is their ambition, bro. You can't really like
You can't
figure
teach
out
that.
not so much. Yeah, bro. 'Cause even with you, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Diss or no diss to your Rock Nation class, but like it was like, feel me. Now this is a funny way of spinning classism, because this is legit classism.
Yeah.
But like the inaugural class of the Rock Nation program, I feel like we came in with great talent. Not so many memorable folks from your class, but you stood out from the beginning to me off of your ambition. Because you wasn't even rapping, bro, but you had a million fucking plans for some shit. And this nigga would always come to me with that shit. And like, you feel me? And like,
DJ'd on like yacht parties and shit.
yeah,
Like during spring break.
but
I was
like
doing
you had
ridiculous,
plans for all types of shit though, bro. And like even from the beginning, like I ain't gonna lie, like you would come in the room for me while niggas was for me smoking and shit, or like just chilling or whatever. And like I ain't know you for real yet, but like you always came in with these plans, and it was like that shit stood out, bro. Is that ambition, like you feel me? And I feel like that kind of goes into what we've discussed twice already, but we're gonna bring it up again with Zach Kyle's Day Off, the inspirations behind that as regarding perseverance and ambition. Just so we could pedal back real quick. Well, what is the inspiration behind Zach Kyle's Day Off, this upcoming project dropping on Christmas Day?
So the inspiration for the next tape, Zach Kyle's Day Off, is really just the story of me as a kid from the burbs, embracing the reality of who I am and understanding that it's okay to not be like tough or like try so hard to be cool, and just like be myself, like, you know. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure nowadays with like social media to be this like characterized version of yourself, and I feel like the best character is just the real you, like, you know.
Of course, every time.
So yeah, so I'm just trying to just embrace like my my upbringing and just like my what made me, you know.
For sure. What are some like standout experiences from your life that you would say defines the person you are now?
When I was in high school, there was this car crash with some of my friends. Like it was a car of like 5 of my friends,
Oh shit.
like my closest friends.
Yeah.
And what happened was there was this kid that like tried to there was a fight outside of this party. I DJ'd because I was DJing at the
Yeah.
time. So I was downstairs DJing, and a bunch of my friends came because they saw me DJing, and they came, showed love, said what up. They were like, "Yo, we about to be out." Right? Nobody was drunk in the car either, and they all left. And there was a fight at the party earlier that night from kids from my town, Tenafly, versus these other kids from the next town over, right? And long story short, one of the kids whose friend was in the fight thought that my friends had a connection to the fight, which they didn't. And this kid proceeded to chase my friends down the highway and rammed his car into the back of their car
What the fuck?
off the highway into like a tree. And like, yeah, and there's more to the story than that, but that's how I'll tell it right now. And long story short, like it was fucked up, bro. All my friends were like critical condition. Like one of my friends, my closest friends, Kevin, he got out of the car and luckily he called 911, like literally saved everybody. But yeah, so it was a terrible moment, and I realized like, because we were all a friend group. It was 5 of a like 10-person friend group. So like half of us were in that car, and like it was just crazy because we went back to school on Monday after that party, and things just weren't the same. Like, you know,
No,
it
for
was,
sure.
It was definitely one of the first moments where like I realized how fragile life is.
Yeah.
And that anything could happen. Everybody got out fine.
Thank
thankfully,
God.
to this
Yeah,
day, and
for sure.
We've stayed like, you know, like
Close. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like that was the first like moment where that was a very defining moment like in my childhood that like made me realize like just life is precious, you know. So I always live every day. Ever since then, I've just lived every day like it's my last, like, you
100%.
know, and just try to be like grateful for the fact that like I'm still like alive. You know?
Yeah.
So
Facts.
that's really just the main thing that I try and do.
Nah, of course. I think that's a definitely an important takeaway from a situation like that. Feel me? I'm sorry that had to have happened to you and your homies.
Yeah, everybody's good though. So.
Yeah, no, that feel me for sure.
But it was just scary. It was a dark
Yeah.
time, bro, you know. So it was all over, bro. Like the newspapers and stuff too. They like pulled us out of class and like made us go to therapy and shit. Like it was crazy. But it was like, you know, at the end of the day, like, I mean, like it kind of shaped us all into like adult. It was senior year. for
Yeah.
us. Or it was junior year. Sorry, our senior year was lit. Like we bounced back senior.
Nah, that's tough. Okay, to bounce back.
We bounced
Okay,
back
yeah.
senior. But junior year, it was like, you know, it was just like, it was just crazy, man. And,
Nah, yeah, you grew up real quick with that shit.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of made us like adults, you know.
I feel that.
Or maybe it was beginning of senior year. I don't think it was beginning of senior year though. I think it
Yeah.
was the junior
We was talking before how like them high school years get a little faded because of COVID.
Yeah, right? It's like
That shit is wacky.
No,
You feel me?
I don't remember, man. I don't remember.
Nah, you good. You
I'm
good.
20 now.
Yeah,
Like, you know, like, not like a-
that shit a minute. Yeah, that shit's
Yeah,
a minute
like, I
ago,
don't
bro.
remember.
I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking the other day because I just had a Friendsgiving with my friends from high school, bro. And like, it'd be crazy to think now, like now that I graduated college, like the friends I got from college, they see me at 18, and that was like 4 years ago. So it's like, damn, these niggas see me for a minute. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they see 18-year-old Alex is a lot different. Definitely not a lot different, but like I look a little. I might not even look a little different, but like I was different. Like, you feel me? They see me when I still consider myself a kid.
Yeah.
So I grew up a lot since then. And then I'm like, by high school though, these motherfuckers knew me since freshman year. True. They seen 14-year-old Alex. That's a completely different person.
Yeah,
bro.
I feel like also like one thing that's really hard now is like, now that we are older.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of why I made this tape to like show like there was that whole swag era where I changed a lot, but like I low-key still am the same kid. Like,
no, of course.
Like, and that was kind of why I came at it that way, because like I realized like in running to the city and like having a whole circle, like basically where like I started here and then I like turned into this swag kid and and then now I went to camp and now I'm the same person again. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it was cool to like really realize like exactly what you're saying, like these people do view you like as the same person in their head, and it's like kind of hard to get them to not.
Yeah.
But I realized like at the end of the day, like holding on to that person actually is a really like
Essential part to it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you feel me, you want to be the superhero your childhood self would have wanted.
Exactly,
And like that
exactly.
should be the coolest thing to like know that like you're exactly who your younger self would have looked up to. That shit is a great feeling. I ain't gonna lie. I think what's really important to take from everything we just said is like how the fact that like the importance of like influencing in the right way, and like you feel me, how it could, as an artist, it's important to realize that like you have, if you feel me, you're asking for ears at the end of the day, you're asking for people to listen to you, so you got to remember like there's brains behind that, like people are gonna take some type of perception from that. And I feel like an interesting thing that like also contributes to the making of your project is the fact that like you was a summer camp counselor, and like you literally got to see your direct influence in front of you.
Yeah.
So like how would describe a little more about how that experience was for you like this summer.
I feel like, bro, like the craziest thing for me is like just watching like the mistakes
Yeah.
translate into the like minds of the kids. That was like my biggest thing that I actually was strict on myself on, because I would like example like my shorts right now, they're mad baggy because I be sagging my
Supreme
shorts.
John, which is tough.
Yeah,
I just keep the hell yeah.
Bro, I be sagging my shorts. So that was just like my thing, because like, you feel me, I was in the city for like a year, like, you know, like that nobody says anything
Yeah.
when you do that. And these kids started sagging their shorts around the cabin, you know? And I'm like, yo, like, why you got your pants so low? Like, you know? Like, what are you doing? Like, you know?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, like, well, you be sagging your pants, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, that's not fly. Like, don't do that, bro. Like, and I made it, like, a point to not do that, you know? And I feel like, just because, like, I feel like I didn't want these kids to go home and they had this, like, black counselor, and now they think that's, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think that's fly. And I don't think, if you're an adult, I don't think you should sag your pants too, but I understand it happens, so it's like,
Nah,
you know,
for sure.
but at the end of the day, like, I just think like something simple and little like that, where it's like these kids will hold on to like a little like thing that you did, you know, and it's
Because I'm about to say because like they're able to correct you off of it. Like you confront them by trying to correct it, they're gonna be able to go back to, but you do it, and that's like a huge play on like the influence, or like you saying the wrong. You can't be preaching the wrong thing, because like you feel me, when you see them following it, they gonna go straight back to you about that shit.
And I have a friend named Eli, and like when we were in high school, it's like my best friend. Shout out Eli, it's my brother. But and Eli literally, like, one thing that he used to get on my ass about when I was a kid, like when we were younger, is like I used to rap about a bunch of shit and I didn't do it. And like he would always be like, yo, like you can't be not practicing what you preach.
Yeah,
You know, like,
100%.
you can't be a tough guy on record and then in real life you're not.
Yeah.
You can't be out here teaching these kids that it's cool to do drugs, like Future and stuff,
Yeah.
when you're not really doing drugs, like
Yeah,
Future. You know?
exactly.
So it's like simple, and even then, like even if you are, like I don't think glorifying it
Is the right way to go about it. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, you know, it's kind of like there's other minds, like you said, other ears that are impressionable. So I'm just trying to do the right thing by those people, you know, because the
Got you.
internet, it can go anywhere, you know.
Yeah. You said how you had the process of recording and writing the project started in the cabin in the camp. What was that experience like, just being able to
For the tape, right?
Yeah, for the project, cuz like, you know, we hear like certain artists get away for like the writing aspects or the production parts of their projects, like they'll go to like damn near on take a vacation.
Yeah, like Kanye.
So like, yeah, exactly. So like you kind of had that experience. What would you describe that experience like, being able to kind of just like sit by the lake and write and be able to take that as like your cook up for your tape?
I just think like for me, like where I'm at, whether it's writing or just anything, where I'm at really, like I'm very sensitive to like the energy.
Yeah.
So like where I am is really, it defines like my emotion, like, you know, like how I feel. So it's like, example, like like when I was out in Paris with like Keon and Ray, and you see the video, it's like me like drinking cappuccinos and like in like button up shirts and like, you know, and it's like all like sophisticated and stuff because like that was just like
The vibe.
the energy, you know. And but when I'm in the city, it was like hashtag swag, and I was like jumping around and everything like. It kind of alters like my energy. Now I'm in the burbs, so I'm like more calm and like refined, and like I'm just very sensitive to like my surroundings. So I try and like live a lifestyle that's like reflective of who I'm trying to become. You know what I mean? Because I do think like if I'm in the wrong places, I can fall into these like pitfalls. And now I have like a set of morals and values to ensure that like I don't fall into specific because I know who I am. So to ensure I don't fall into specific things I don't want to.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like I just think like the surroundings are really important. So to answer your question with the camp stuff, it was just so cool to like have like a first off a new location, even though it wasn't new to me. It was still as an artist my first time being able to write there, and you know what I mean. But also just like a really beautiful place, like, you know, just the scenery, like the nature, the animals, like, you know, the sounds, like everything about it. It was just inspiring, you know.
For sure.
Inspiring.
Yeah. So now you said before in a previous recording that it was damn near everything outside the intro was produced by one producer.
Yeah, Tacoma.
Yeah, Tacoma. And so what was the direction you wanted him to go with, or like how did you kind of pick up off each other's energy when it came to coming with a direction for this project?
He kind of just sent beats, bro. It wasn't even like any like crazy like coordination. It was just he just sent like the perfect beats that I needed at the time.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that was actually like the craziest part of it because like it just felt like the timing was just
Yeah, it was
impeccable.
like destined damn near.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you know? So it was cool because like just being being out where I was and not being in the city
Yeah.
and like having like that little moment of like a world of my own and then getting a sound that was completely different from what I was doing while I was out in the city anyway.
Yeah, facts.
So and it felt the same way. Like it
Got you.
sounded how I felt too, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It personified exactly what you was trying to reflect within your music. What do you have any personal, like, I know for every artist damn near they'll say like every song or like a certain specific song for a time, but like what songs are you like messing with the most right now of the project, like feeling the most?
There's this song Hall's Relief.
Yeah.
That one's crazy. I think that one's crazy just because like every single bar on that verse is just like it goes deeper and deeper into my character. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's a fact.
of like who I am. I'm talking about my mom being in the military. I'm talking about like the instruments I played and like shit I used to do in high school.
I'm about to
with my
say, yeah,
friends.
pull them on the bikes with your mans at school,
Yeah,
pull them to the
yeah.
function,
Yeah,
and do the
exactly,
function.
yeah.
Yeah, you feel me?
And just shit like that. And there's another song called Slow News Day.
Yeah.
Which that one I think that one's really good too, just
Hell
because
yeah.
of like the just the energy, you know, of just slow news day, like, you know, just chilling, not doing anything. Like I feel like a lot of people don't embrace the relaxation aspect of life. They kind of
slow
just
day,
want to
yeah.
go, like, you know.
I feel that so much, bro. Cause like on the strength of like trying to build this platform, bro, I'm always looking forward to the busy. You know what I'm saying? Like
the hustle.
busy motion means good.
Yeah, true.
So like anytime there's a slow, and then, bro, it's been a ridiculous relationship with this because I've had to like overcome this for the last couple of years now with this shit. Like the moment I don't got nothing to do, I get paranoid, bro, because it's like, why don't I have nothing to do? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, or then like I'll tell myself to embrace the nothing, and then I'll get trapped in it for like weeks. Where it's like now I'm not doing shit for weeks, and it's like, bro, that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, having that balance.
Yeah, it's important. You feel me? So I definitely feel like that's an important thing to address as far as like on a song like Slow News Day, where it's like nothing going on, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't overdo it and don't underdo it at the same time. Just find that balance. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like also like that was exactly what I was aiming to do. Like have like a song that was like, you know, and really the whole tape is kind of this too, but like just balancing out like that whole like run I was on. I had that there's this one verse I was like, the fast lane gets strange, I know from experience. Like, you know, where it's like when things are constantly just going and going and going, like and you're evolving like within like the hour, Like not even like by the day. It's like I'm a whole different person by the end of the day than I was
Yeah.
in the morning. Like,
Hell
you know?
yeah.
And it's like when it's just rapid like that every day, it's like you just lose yourself, bro. So it's like again, like just keeping those values, and keeping like just the balance in the lifestyle. You know, trying to just stay humble for real.
Nah, of course. Hell yeah.
That's really my main like concern.
For sure. Looking towards so we got one skit out with the project. One, how did you come up with it as far as like just coming up with the idea for it, and then like two, how was the experience being able to like make it happen in person for you?
Word. So, skits, as you know, me and my friends were talking about it. In high school, like me and my friends would just come up with skit ideas all the time, and we would never go actually do it, like ideas for short films, and we would just like plot them all night and then never go actually do it for whatever reason because we were kids. But so it was really cool to have like my friends that I used to do that with when I was a kid be in the skit. And which thank you by the way, I appreciate.
Nah, of
you.
course.
Thank you for just helping me make that like come to life. For real.
Yeah.
But the concept of the skit really just came from the passing notes thing. I wanted to do something that felt kind of like Ferris Bueller and like that sitcom like school like movie type of thing, but like I didn't want to just straight up rip off the movie.
Nah, of course.
So I wanted to do something original. So it was
Yeah.
cool that we like really were able to like make an original piece of like content for it.
Nah, for sure.
So yeah, and it was dope. It was thank you to everybody that was there also. Shout out Love Kelly. This is
Yeah,
Mr.
hell
Kelly,
yeah.
Mr.
Oh god,
Smelly.
Mr. Smelly, yeah. Nah, yeah, bro was in his acting bag. That shit, yeah. The angle when I just go up and he's just like, damn. Yeah, like Kelly, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You need to do some more acting shit, bro, because you feel me? Get in front of the camera too, nigga.
Facts, yeah. Oh god. Nah, yeah, it was dope. I'm just happy that like we have like the community around us. That
I was about to say, yeah, because you're saying how, like, it was for me, the same kids you were doing it when you was younger with. Yeah. Like, how important has it been to, like, still have that around for you, like, as you continue to evolve as an artist?
It's super important. I feel like, I of course have, like, my friend group of, like, my core friends, and sometimes I still bump heads with some of them.
Yeah, of course.
Okay?
That's what friends gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. But I do think, like, I'll always hold them, like, near to me, just because of, like, stuff that we've been through when we were younger, and just, like, stuff that we're continuing to go through just like in life, even simple little shit, like trying to like get in the club one night and then we realized that like we didn't need the club, we can just hang out wherever because we're still homies, like just simple little things like that. And it's like of utmost importance to me, bro. Like the people that I'm around, like I said, the surroundings are just really important to me. So I'm just trying to like keep good people around, be in good places, and just maintain a good headspace for myself.
Got you. Do you have any more ideas for skits to finish out the rollout for this project in mind?
I want to do some like Ferris Bueller, like I want to recreate the scenes from the movie. I think that could be cool.
Hell yeah.
I think another thing that I want to do is I want to just get more content around the suburbs.
Got you.
Kind of just bring people into that world.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a specific beauty in like, especially like where like the specific Tenafly, the town I'm from, like my neighborhood, is I feel like it's slept on, and I feel like you don't really get to see it unless you're from here. So I'm trying to like really tap into that, especially because nowadays, like in hip hop, that like lane is open. Like there's nobody's talking about being from the suburbs. They're not embracing their real truth really, because a lot of these rappers do be from places
exactly.
like that,
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it's like I didn't really want to just run away and hide to New York and become like everybody else.
Yeah.
I wanted to just
take pride into where your real roots.
Exactly.
That's real as shit.
Jersey.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I know for me, we've recorded twice, so we haven't really this time talked as much about the inspo behind the impact Ferris Bueller has on the inspiration behind the project. So like, I know that's one of your favorite movies. What about it was making it something so prominent for you?
I just feel like, the whole day off thing actually came from as a counselor at camp. I used to have like days off where we could just like, we could leave the camp, go like, I went to the city with this girl, like whatever, she's from Brazil. And yeah, it was dope. And then and then like came back to the camp and it was like, it was cool. But and like just the concept of like taking a day off when I was like working, because bro, you gotta remember I was the head basketball counselor, which I'm not like a real basketball player, but like
I still was outside in the summer, hot sun, like hooping all day.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then going from hooping to like walking like half a mile up the hill to like archery or whatever. Oh, they needed help with like the ranch, the horses at the ranch. I'm like rolling the hay, like just mad physical shit. So like taking the days off, like really was important. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
not for sure.
And like I really realized how important and like how much I looked forward to like just like breaks for real, you know? And that mentality kind of just turned into like real life when I left camp and just like going to the city and having all that noise and then taking a break from it. So that kind of just seemed to be a reoccurring theme like in my life, just days off. So even though I'm like unemployed, so it's technically like one big day off. But you know, like but you know, like at the end of the day, like I'm just embracing the fact that like it's cool to take breaks, you know. It's good.
100,000%. I know you had mentioned to me before that Adam Sandler is like you're a huge fan of Adam Sandler movies. What specific movies of him or like any other types of movies or like other like some movies you really like?
I really like Billy Madison. Have you ever
Okay,
seen that
word.
movie?
I ain't gonna lie, I haven't seen mad Adam
I
Sandler
love
movies.
Adam
I need to
Sandler
start watching more.
Bro, they're the best. Bro, Billy Madison is crazy because like me and my dad used to watch it together. But Adam Sandler basically in the movie, he's this kid named Billy Madison who's this super like rich kid. And like his like dad like owns this like crazy like hotel company. And basically all Billy Madison does is just like fuck off all day. Like he doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
word.
He like
Hell yeah.
drinks beers and shit and like
Yeah.
gets so drunk that he hallucinates. And
Oh.
like long story short, like he wants to take over the dad's company because the dad's gonna retire, and the dad's like, bro, like you're too fried to like run my company, bro. Like,
Hell no,
I'm about
yeah.
to give it to this dude, and the dude was a jerk, right? And Adam Sandler's like Billy Madison. He's like, yo, like you can't give him the company. Like it's gonna ruin the family like name. Like you know, like I'm supposed to be the son. So the dad was like, you're too stupid to run it. Basically, like I paid all your high school teachers to get you through high school, so you're gonna have to go back through school again to prove that you're smart enough. So he like goes from kindergarten to like senior year again and like falls in love with like his 4th grade teacher and shit.
Oh, what
proves
the
to his
fuck?
dad that like he's not an idiot and then wins
Yeah.
the company. But yeah, it's cool.
That's a go to plot.
It's really funny because like I just think like I think it's really funny just because like it's so ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I always thought that like the growth that like the character shows in the movie like is really like just cool. And, like,
Yeah.
it kind of it was like a come up story at the end. of the
Yeah,
day.
hell yeah.
Like he was so stupid at the beginning of the movie, and then at the end of the movie, like got like this badass girl that was like a teacher, like became the CEO and
Yeah,
shit. So,
hell yeah, nah, yeah.
come up,
Those be the best type of movie. I feel like Adam Sandler would be great at that, like ridiculous scenarios, but with like legitimate, like sentimental
yeah, it's
value.
like
in them.
values.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
That's kind of something I want to do actually, or even like Adam Sandler is a really big like inspiration to me, just because like exactly what you're saying, like just the lessons that he would teach. He would talk about real things behind all of the like silliness, but also even like Jerry Seinfeld, where it's like he the whole show of Seinfeld, where it's like kind of like what I was trying to do with this tape, where it's like just about nothing. You know what I mean? But in that nothing, there's something, and it's like something real. That was what I said at the beginning, like on the intro. So I'm just trying to like, you know, remind people that like, first off, there's lessons in everything in life, and that it doesn't all have to be glitz and glamour. It can just be regular. Sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's all about being real and genuine. Like describing the themes of the project being like perseverance through ambition and all that. Like you feel me? It's like individuality. It's like you're very much honing in on being yourself and like showing people that like that's all you gotta be is just be yourself.
Exactly.
Real spill. What else do we have looking forward to 2026 for Zach Kyle?
Bro, 2026. So I have obviously another project I'm working on. I'm not gonna say too much about.
Yeah, not
that.
for sure.
But it is gonna be big, bro. It's gonna be something big. But I just think like going forward, just more. I'm gonna be taking it a lot more serious. You know, I feel like I spent #swag and even Zach Hollow's day off like kind of experimenting a little. You know, not really experimenting, but finding my footing as an artist and like who I really wanted to represent and who I was behind all of that.
And I'm just at a really good point now where I know who I want to become, where I want to be, where I see myself in the next 5 years, where that person hangs out, how he dresses, all that, like, you know. So it's like I'm just gonna be spending the next 5 years becoming him, you know.
That's a fact, yeah, and continuing to see the growth.
Yeah.
I think it's a very interesting thing to just see your evolution so far as like how you've described this journey of looping back to, you feel me, your original roots, and like but still being able to take the good from what you've gotten from being in the hashtag swag era, like in the city, and just seeing like where you can go from there. And I feel like definitely continue to like just be creative as far as like use the art and inspo you see like a Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and like being able to make skits out of it and be creative. Just for me, that's like just keep just being out the box, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I could
that's the
see
best
us.
way.
I could see us also working more on some like more like visual
Hell yeah.
and like content stuff.
Nah, for sure.
I could totally see that. Just because like the way that like you understood like the vision too. Which
Yeah.
thank you. Like I appreciate it.
Nah, for
real
sure, bro.
serious.
That was my first time doing a skit like that, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie.
crazy.
That's why it was like we had to take a minute to get the shit together because like I had a music video approach to like a skit,
Yeah.
and
Which
it
is
was
fine
like-
though. It's
Yeah,
like,
nah, for sure. It works in some situations, but it's important to be able to adapt.
True.
And like that's the thing. I think we definitely did a lot there, and like yeah, bro. It's just like
I was hyped, bro.
nah, hell yeah. That shit was some good creative work.
Yeah.
It was also, I think the other thing too is like just trying new things in general. Like, you know, like I'm one of those people where it's like that was a whole new experience for me too, bro. Like it wasn't my first time like shooting a skit, but like it really was like with you, you know what I mean? It was with that group. It was
Yeah.
my first time shooting that, you know? So it's like just trying and being adaptable with like the, you know, like everybody else had their concepts and stuff, and we kind of like listened, but we also like made sure people were comfortable, you know, but also like stuck to like the script
direct
still, like, you
vision,
know,
yeah.
yeah.
Hell
so,
yeah.
So just like letting the idea just becomes what it wants to become, what it wants to be, you know, rather
Yeah.
than like being married to the same idea we were.
For sure. As we begin to wrap this up, what are some like final messages you would want to give to the audience just regarding Zach Kyle's Day Off, and what would you want them to perceive off of what you're giving in that body of work?
I just want all the kids in America to know that it's okay to be yourself. And you don't have to be tough. You don't have to be mysterious. You don't have to try to fit in. If they don't like you, it's fine. There's so many people out there that will like you. And just embrace yourself, flaws and all, and try to be the best version of yourself and do the right thing. Those are the messages.
Nah, for sure.
That's literally
Yeah.
all.
On God. You
And
know,
stay true.
for sure.
You
Stay
know,
true without the ETRU. Hashtag swag.
On God.
Goddamn. You already know where to find Zach Kyle.
Yes, sir.
He could say his @ but it's literally his name.
Zach
I'm not
Kyle.
gonna lie. Yeah. You a lucky motherfucker. You one of the few people on Instagram that
Bro, I
really
had to
got.
buy that.
Oh, well, it worked though. That shit's great though. It's worth it. You feel me? That's
Business
good though.
decision, you know?
Yeah, business decision. Yeah, but Zach Kyle right on the gram, on Spotify, Apple Music, all platforms. Make sure to go to stream. By the time you're seeing this, Zach Kyle's Day Off will probably be out already. So if you feel me, make sure you tune in. Tune into all the work he got going around
All
it.
platforms.
Yeah, exactly, my guy.
Worldwide.
Yes, sir. Great to get this in with you, bro, for sure. Make sure to tune in, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later. Talking Dreams, Limitless Dreams out.
Swag. Wait, can I do the...